Hey Kentucky, would Rylan Griffin be a big name for Kentucky? The portal is closing and Kentucky could close a big deal. Let's analyze. Kansas Jayhawks transfer point guard Rylan Griffin is about to visit Lexington. And this simple news was enough to shake up BBN with a mix of hope and excitement. If everything goes according to the plans of Mark Pope and his coaching staff, Griffin's arrival could represent a big deal for Kentucky. Kentucky's current scenario requires specific reinforcements. And that's where Pope needs surgical precision. And this is where Ryland Griffin's name emerges as a key piece in this puzzle. With Griffin, he brings with him a versatile profile that combines athleticism, shooting ability, and experience accumulated in high-level programs, such as Alabama and Kansas. He's exactly the kind of player who could elevate Kentucky's competitive level while addressing one of the team's most glaring weaknesses: the perimeter. Griffin has proven himself as a long-range shooter over the course of his 3 seasons in college basketball, shooting an impressive 35% from three-point range. That number alone would be great for a team looking to diversify its offensive game. But what really stands out is the unfulfilled potential he carries within him. During his final season at Kansas, Griffin struggled to adapt to the Jayhawks system, resulting in lower numbers than he had previously posted in Tuscaloosa. Pope could help him improve his style, and that's where this potential signing takes on almost glorious overtones for Kentucky's future. Imagine a rehabilitated Rylan Griffin operating in a system that prioritizes space and shooting opportunities. Imagine him combining forces with the other talents on the roster to create a multifaceted offense capable of challenging any opposing defense. This image is not just an optimistic projection, but a tangible possibility that is beginning to take shape in Pope's hands. Furthermore, Griffin's arrival would have an impact not only on the court, but also off it. BBN thrives on great moments, the kind that go down in history and are celebrated for generations. A player with Griffin's pedigree and potential has all the makings of a new icon for this passionate fan base. Defenders would already have enough to worry about when facing Kentucky's dynamic and physical style, but adding a reliable shooter like Griffin to the equation creates a nearly insoluble tactical dilemma. Do they close down the perimeter and risk leaving space inside? Or do they opt for a more balanced defense and allow Griffin to punish them with his accurate shots? These are questions opposing coaches will surely ask if he decides to join the Wildcats. Mark Pope and his team have been working tirelessly to attract pieces to complete the puzzle, and Griffin seems to be exactly the type of player they were looking for. Will he come through? What about football? The name of the moment is Lorenzo Cowan, a young talent who, after a brief stint at USC, has decided to turn his attention to Lexington, where he had previously shown interest. The news, reported by Matt Zenitz of 247 Sports, highlights not only Kentucky's ability to attract high-potential players, but also the strategic vision of Mark Stoops, a coach who has been shaping the program with patience and intelligence for years. Cowan, a wide receiver who is a clear example of how college football recruiting can be a game of chess. Originally from Savannah, Georgia, he was initially a 3-star recruit in the 2024 class, ranked 894th in the nation and 60th among prospects at his position. Although he is not considered one of the immediate stars of his generation, his physical qualities and performance on the field have caught the attention of respected programs, such as Virginia Tech, Minnesota, Duke, and Georgia Tech. However, it was USC that ultimately landed his initial signature. Now, in a significant turnaround, he returns to Kentucky, where he will have 4 seasons of eligibility to prove his worth. Cowan's return to Kentucky is not just a one-off win for the program. It's a sign that Mark Stoops' work is starting to pay off on a deeper level. Cowan, for example, had already committed to the Wildcats before opting for the Trojans. The fact that he decided to return to his original project suggests that the program's appeal goes beyond financial offers or media exposure. It's about a sense of belonging and confidence in the future. Furthermore, Cowan's own performance at USC reinforces the idea that Kentucky is making a sure bet. During spring camp, Coach Lincoln Riley, renowned for his expertise in developing offensive players, highlighted the young athlete's progress. Cowan has had a great spring camp so far, Riley said, in statements reproduced by the On3 portal. He's one of the guys, along with Tobias Raymond, who we mentioned to the team yesterday in the meeting, are two guys that you feel like have really taken a leap forward right now. Really proud of their development. These comments come from a reputable source, which further increases the value of the signing for Kentucky. For the Wildcats, Cowan's arrival represents more than just a numerical addition to the roster. He brings with him much-needed depth at a crucial position like wide receiver, where internal competition can elevate the overall level of the team. Plus, his experience at USC, even if brief, offers valuable insight into the workings of one of the most storied programs in the country. It's important to note that this move comes in the context of a larger restructuring and strengthening of the roster. Earlier this week, Kentucky had already secured the return of Hardly Gilmore IV, another wide receiver who was with the Nebraska Cornhuskers. These additions not only expand the team's offensive options, but also signal a change in mindset. Let's see how this team moves forward from here. With Lorenzo Cowan now on the roster, this vision is even stronger. He is a symbol of what Kentucky represents today. A team that may not be the most talked about in the country, but that is building something solid, based on talent that can flourish over time. Can this talent be a standout for Kentucky? Everyone is hoping. Comment below.